Tana Mongeau has officially stepped into this hair drama, and when I tell you she went off, I mean she did not hold back for a single second. The moment she saw the viral video about the $4,000 hair appointment, she grabbed her phone, hit record, and unleashed one of the most brutally honest, savage rants I've ever heard her give about a hairstylist. And honestly, everything she said was exactly what people were thinking, but were too scared to say out loud. Tana started by absolutely dragging the haircut. She looked at the layers and said straight up, those layers are a hate crime. She couldn't understand how any professional, let alone someone charging luxury level prices, but let a client walk out of a salon with hair that uneven, that choppy, and that poorly blended. She said if you're charging someone $4,000, the hair should be angelic, perfect, blended like butter, and matched to the inspo photo without a single flaw. And instead, she said the result didn't even look like the same category of hair. To the price. And this is where she really started snapping. She said that $3,000 is already a high-end celebrity level price, but $4,000 is absolutely wild unless you are leaving the salon looking like a literal supermodel. She said, $4,000? $4,000 is crazy if you aren't walking out with hair that looks like $4,000. And you know Tana, she doesn't sugarcoat anything. She even joked that she could walk outside, find one of those little delivery robots rolling down the street, and teach it to move extensions up better than what she saw in the video. Tana talked about how she's had terrible hair jobs herself. She's had tracks hanging out, she's paid ridiculous prices before, she's been scammed by bad stylists. So now she knows the difference between good hair, great hair, and hair that's just straight up disrespectful. And she said what she saw in that viral video was not only disappointing, it was disrespectful for the price being charged. What completely lost it was when she started talking about the money. She said if you're charging regular girls, influencer girls, sorority girls, and every other girl $4,000 on a regular basis, then you are making an insane amount of money. She said the profit margins alone are wild because the cost of the hair versus what's being charged does not match. And if you're making that kind of money, she couldn't understand why the stylist was out here selling merch about the situation. Tana said it gave extreme narcissism, like the kind where someone wants to profit from every single angle, even when someone is upset about the service they received. She said, if someone pays you $4,000 and is unhappy, the kind thing to do is fix it, not make sweaters about it. Tana dragged the color match too. She said for the kind of prices being charged, the extensions should be flawlessly color matched. No excuses, no weird tones, no mismatched brightness. She said color matching is basic hairstylist skill. It is not something that requires fame, talent, or magic. It just requires looking at the hair and doing your job correctly. And she was shocked that for $4,000, the color still didn't match. By this point, Tana was literally pacing. She said the entire situation gave scam vibes. She said if someone touches your hair for 10 seconds and then walks away while the assistants do everything else, that is not a luxury service. That is not a premium experience. That is not worth thousands of dollars. She said it's surviving hair by Chrissy energy, and she wasn't wrong. And the craziest part is she wasn't blaming the assistants. She was blaming the system. She said if someone wants to charge influencer level prices, then they need to personally give influencer level service to every single client, not just the ones who have millions of followers. Point was simple. If you're going to charge extreme prices, you need to give extreme quality. You need to show up. You need to work. You need to touch the hair. You need to make sure the result actually looks like the inspo photo. You can't charge $4,000 and then walk away after 60 seconds. You can't charge that kind of money and then act surprised when someone is upset. You definitely can't charge luxury prices and then clown the client online when they share their experience. And honestly, this is the first time in a long time where Tana's rant wasn't just funny, it was actually accurate. She said everything out loud that people have been whispering for years. She called out the price, she called out the quality, she called out the attitude, and she called out the ego. And whether you love Tana or hate Tana, she was right. She spoke from experience, from honesty, and from a place of knowing exactly how the hair industry treats influencers versus regular people. And the way she tore into that situation, it was brutal, it was honest, and it was long overdue. She talked about the merch too. She said it was strange that the stylist was releasing merch about the situation instead of addressing the actual problem. She said it felt like someone was more interested in making money from the drama than fixing the drama. She said it gave delusion, it gave ego, and it gave, I don't actually care about my clients. And coming from Tana, someone who has lived in the influencer world for years, that statement carried weight. Then she went after the color match. She said the color difference between the extensions and the natural hair was obvious, and she couldn't believe that no one corrected it for that price. She said color matching isn't optional. It's the most basic thing a stylist should do before applying extensions. And if a stylist is charging $4,000, everything should be checked 10 times before the client leaves. But she said it looked like no one even tried. Tana also pointed out the fact that the stylist barely touched the hair. She said luxury pricing should come with luxury service. If someone is paying thousands, they should get a stylist who is hands-on, who stays with them, who does most of the work, and who makes sure everything is perfect. She said walking away after a few minutes and letting assistants handle everything might be fine for regular appointments, but it is not acceptable for something that expensive. She said the whole situation gave factory energy, like the stylist had one signature look, one method, and refused to do anything different. She said if a stylist only knows how to do one style, then they shouldn't be charging extreme prices for every client who sits in the chair. Because no two clients are the same, no two hair textures are the same, and no two requests are exactly the same. And if a stylist ignores what the client wants, then the price becomes even more unreasonable. Tana's whole rant came from one simple idea. If you want to charge luxury prices, then you need to do luxury work. You need to show up. You need to listen. You need to try. You need to deliver something that makes people feel beautiful and confident and proud of what they paid for. But when she looked at the viral video, she didn't see any of that. She saw disappointment, she saw frustration, she saw a girl who expected something magical and got something confusing instead. She also said something that really stuck with people. She said the whole situation reminded her of Surviving Hair by Chrissy energy. And the moment she said that, the internet exploded because everyone remembered that drama. She said this felt like another version of the same thing. High prices, low effort, and a stylist who becomes defensive instead of listening. What made Tana's rant so powerful wasn't just the jokes or the sarcasm. It was that she was speaking from genuine experience. She wasn't dragging someone just to be messy. She wasn't trying to start unnecessary drama. She was trying to protect the people who don't have a platform, who don't have a voice, who rely on their stylist to do a good job because it's their hard-earned money being spent. She said too many regular clients get blamed, embarrassed, or ignored when they speak up about that service, and she wasn't going to let that happen to this girl. Tana's reaction became a moment online because she said everything out loud that people were too scared to say. She called out the price, the quality, the service, the attitude, and the ego. She said the stylist needed to listen, needed to learn, and needed to treat clients like human beings, not walking dollar signs. And even though Tana is known for chaos, for comedy, and for exaggeration, in this moment, she was so clear and so right that people couldn't help but agree. Her rant spread fast because it wasn't just entertainment. It was truth. It was honesty. It was a reminder that no matter how famous or expensive a stylist becomes, they still need to respect the people who trust them. And Tana made sure that message came through loud and clear.